morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Ask an Expert. I'm Megan Reber, and I'm the marketing coordinator here at Bright Stores. And with me today as our expert is Carlissa.
Hi, guys.
So you've probably talked to Carlissa on the phone before if you've done any sort of design work on our stores. She is our head designer, and she is just absolutely amazing. And which actually kind of brings me to our topic today. So we're going to go over design evolution and kind of maybe some future trends. So, and she's been with us for a long time, so she's definitely seen some of this evolution go on. So kind of to kick everything off, can you just go over kind of what you guys do in design here for company stores and what some of those key elements maybe are?
Yeah, definitely. So with company store design, it's basically how the storefront looks. So are there images, where are the links, where are those links located, and basically the layout of the store.
Okay, cool. So you're talking like, I'm probably not going to say design terms at all, but like someone's logo that can be changed, or like the categories, or how everything's kind of laid out and pieced together.
Exactly.
Cool. Very cool. So I thought it would be super fun to bring up some old school stores and take a trip down memory lane. So let me pull these up real quick. All right. So we've got way back when the internet started. This is good old Microsoft. Probably looks a little different than today. And the original e-commerce for retail, which is Amazon, this is their old website, definitely has changed. You can see all of these tabs up top and stuff like that. There's text everywhere. And then we start getting into some of the company stores. So Carlissa, can you tell us about this at all?
Yeah, this store is really old. So as you guys can notice, it's a box. It's so small. And it's all the way up in the corner, and everything looks like it's made, back in the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Here's another example, very similar, but this time it looks like we've at least got color kind of in the background. Right. It's more centered. So we're evolving. We're getting there. And then here is a Co-Store, I believe. I could be wrong on that.
Yep, this is Co-Store. This is actually one of the newer but not so new designs that we've done. And as you guys can see, it's still very square. Everything, all of the navigation is on like the left hand side. There's not much going on, but there's a little bit of like a facelift going on.
For sure. I think that's a great way to put it. We got a few more here. Here's kind of a little upgrade from that, I think. And then we are going to move into some of our newer stores.
Yeah. All right. So in our newer stores, you'll usually notice a lot of imagery. Mm-hmm. And this imagery tends to be bold, it's loud, it captures the eye of the user that's looking at it.
For sure.
That's one of the biggest trends and changes that we've been seeing, as well as a more simpler navigation. So in this store, there's not a lot of text on it. Mm-hmm. It's not overwhelming at all. So that's something that's really nice and makes it feel really modern.
Yeah, and kind of pulls, at least for me as a marketer, the first thing I think about is that really pulls my attention to that call to action, that shop now button. Really puts laser focus on that. And here we've got the sports clips. I think it's another good example just of what you're talking about. It's very similar to their branding that they have on their website, but like you said, don't have a ton of text. It's very visual. It's on brand. I think here we're starting to get into a little more custom stores.
Yeah. So in this store, there's a lot more going on. The navigation is still simple. There's still very little text, but we're pulling in more images to guide the user to click on that specific image.
Okay, yeah. And then we'll get to one of our very custom stores, which is Bang.
Right. So this store I really like because it pulls in modern design elements. So for example, when you scroll down, the header color changes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and like with the other stores, imagery is the focus. And you know, the first thing you see is that text and that background image.
Yeah, for sure. So I think kind of what I was noticing while we went through here, there's definitely kind of like you said, kind of a gradual facelift over the years. Like you can see they all started out in one upper corner, kind of boxy. And then we kind of started centering them and getting the behind, and it's kind of almost as the internet in design, you know, like Photoshop and all of that has evolved, our stores kind of have too.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are some of like the biggest changes that you've noticed? For me, like what I spotted right away was, like you said, the categories. There's way less text. The categories, instead of being on the side, are like more on the top.
Yeah.
Any other like major changes you've noticed?
Mobile design.
Yes.
Of course.
That's a great one.
Super big. On our newer stores, everything is mobile friendly. And that's such a big requirement these days because everyone has a phone.
Oh God, yeah.
And people find themselves shopping on their devices, whether it's like a tablet or a phone, and not having a responsive or mobile friendly design just kills your business.
Yeah. Yeah, no customer is gonna sit there and like pinch and zoom. Most like at least me, I would immediately leave the website and be like, okay, I'm just gonna find it somewhere else. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So mobile, that's a great one.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, the mobile responsiveness, I mean, that's so key because so many things change just kind of in our world. You know, we went from mainly using a desktop to now we have a computer in our pocket everywhere we go. So some people don't even own a desktop or use it.
Exactly.
So it's definitely important. And I think, you know, as far as maybe what some of the trends are that like spark some of these changes and evolution, a big one is just how people shop. Exactly. I mean, the past 10-15 years dramatically changed. Like everyone shopping online, everyone wants their own personal store. That's what they know, that's what's convenient. You know, so it's cool that you guys have kind of grown with all of that. Speaking of trends, are there any future trends that you think we might have on our horizon?
For sure. All right, so it's mostly about the experience of the store. So one of the trends that we've been seeing is ordering online simply.
Okay.
So you'll like notice that a lot of one-page stores have become really popular, like even two-page stores where it's not complicated. Our users will just go to a storefront, all the products are on the front page, and then they'll check out, and that's it.
Nice.
Another one is sequential ordering.
Ooh.
So this is really popular with like rewards programs.
Okay.
So users will go to a store, they'll pick one item, and then they'll pick another item, and then they'll pick another item, and then they'll check out.
Yeah.
So those are basically the two biggest trends I've seen so far.
Okay, and so question on the second trend, the first thing that popped into my mind as far as features that are in our stores already is like, I know when I go through one of our stores and I'm clicking on products, it will show me people also viewed or similar products or whatever. So that kind of helps guide them through on that, right?
Totally. So like you'll see on our current stores that people will leave reviews and ratings and comments about all the products. So it's a super nice feature to have these days.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Wish we had more time, but unfortunately we have kind of talked quite a bit today. So we will be out for today, but stay tuned. Next week we are going to have an exciting topic that is still in the works, but that will be next Friday at 11 a.m. as well. So we will see you then, and have a great and wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you. Bye.